Alright guys, RoKage here and welcome back to the brand new video. Here we are, BLEACHOB resonance will be the topic. So in today's video we have certain leaked news or news related to leaks. It's connected with Gin. So based on the in-game files, data mining, whatever you want to call it, RoKage 92 concluded they buff Gin. Okay, so now Gin will be stronger than we thought. Okay, also we're gonna talk about the possibilities, who will be the next character after Gin. Keep in mind, this is all unofficial information. So when we get official information, then we're gonna know for 100%. But anyways, they buffed Gin, so let me now check out all the things they changed about Gin. So threat on Gin's changes: special attack, technique, core passive, passive boost, and boundary. Before, special attack, lightning thrust. Gin thrusts forward with Shinso, dealing damage equal to 550% of attack and inflicting 10 impel scale. Gin gains 1 technique point if the attack hits the enemy. Now afterwards, this is the change now. Special attack, lightning thrust. Gin thrusts forward with Shinso, dealing damage equal to 220% of attack and inflicting 10 impel scale. Upon a successful hit, the recovery time of technique points is reduced by 1 second. Okay, so here we have a lower percentage, but the recovery time will be much faster. That's what I could conclude here. Before, special attack, lightning thrust, Gin leaps over the enemy and extends Shinso to attack mid-air, dealing damage equal to 825% of attack and inflicting 20 impel scale. Gin gains 1 technique point if the attack hits the enemy. Let's see it now afterwards. Special attack, again lightning thrust. Gin leaps over the enemy and extends Shinso to attack mid-air, dealing damage equal to 330% of attack and inflicting 20 impel scale. Upon a successful hit, the recovery time of technique points is reduced by 1. Okay, that's that part. And then we have this part before technique Shinso unshattered. Gin enters the charging state, consuming 2 technique points per charge to boost the technique power. Releasing the skill or upon depleting all technique points triggers an attack corresponding to the total points consumed during the charge rate. Gin is invincible during the charging. Let me see now afterwards. So again, Shinso unshattered. Gin enters the charging state, consuming 1 technique point per charge, before it was 2, to boost the technique power. Releasing the skill button or upon depleting all technique points triggers an attack corresponding to the total points consumed during the charge state. Gin is invincible during the charging and recovers 1 technique point automatically every 10 seconds. Okay, and then we have the core passive. So that's before. 100 blades. Gin's attack inflict impel scale on the enemy. Whenever impel scale reaches 100, triggers impel once, dealing damage equal to 400% of Gin's attack to the target. Except for Gin's attacks, his teammates' special attacks, techniques, battlefield skills, ultimates, and counter attacks also inflict 10 impel scale on the enemy. So yeah, this is the before, and now this is after. So again, this part is pretty much the same, but this part is not. Except for Gin's attack, his teammates' special attacks, techniques, battlefield skills, ultimates, and counter attacks also inflict 10 impel scale on the enemy. Cooldown is 1 second, But this is the addition. Impel triggered by teammates' attacks is counted as if triggered by Gin's attack. That's big deal. That's big deal. So before passive, every time when Impel is triggered, Gin has 100% chance to gain 1 technique point. Cooldown 4 seconds. Damage type normal attack. Afterwards, increases the spiritual pressure charge rate by 50% when landing a basic attack. Yeah, they're playing around already and buffing Gin even before the release, of course, because they're adjusting everything. That's why we always have to wait for that official information to conclude everything, right? Before, lurking, passive boost 2. When a teammate's battlefield skill or technique hits the enemy, increases the inflicted impel scale by 60%. After passive boost 2, each time impel damage is triggered, technique points recovery time is reduced by 30 seconds, cooldown 4 seconds. Then we have passive boost 3, impel damage increases by 150%, but now Abyssal Pool increases technique damage by an extra 90% when Gin's attacking enemies affected by the debuffs. Overall, he will do now much bigger damage overall than before, I would say. Before, Boundary 1, so this is now the dupes, right? Increase the spiritual pressure charge rate by 100% when releasing basic attack. Now it gains 100 technique points immediately when entering battle. After releasing the ultimate Bankai, Kamishini no Yari fully restores technique points. When the battle begins, gains 6 technique points immediately and subsequently acquires 1 technique points every 12 seconds during the battle. That's second dupe, Manhunt, and this is before. But after, it will increase damage dealt by techniques by 6%. Hitting the enemy with the final strike of the basic attack reduces technique points recovery time by 12 seconds. Then we have fourth copy. Okay. I'll just read after. You can read this part. I mean, we already went through this. Boundary 4, Cold, Skin, and Heart. Impel damage increases by 150%. And then we have Boundary 6, Cell Dissolution. The ultimate inflicts snake venom on the enemy, dealing damage equal to 150% of attack every second. The snake venom explodes after 12 seconds, dealing further damage equal to 50% of the total damage dealt by Gin during this 12-second period. Okay, so pretty much this part is the same, but no. Yeah. While charging a technique, an additional wide area thrust attack is released without interrupting the charge. The attack range increases with charge time, dealing damage up to X percentage of attack. So guys, pretty much based on the data mines and everything else, Gin got a buff, or we can say he's definitely stronger than the first kit review we had. So definitely they're playing around. Definitely they might buff him even more, but yeah, he'll be now much stronger DPS in my eyes. I'll still skip him just because I'm free to play. I got Aizen. I want to get now his weapon stamp. Core stamp hopefully will happen, especially when they improve that core stamp system. But I definitely want to share this part for people who wanted to summon for Gin and everything else. Yeah, he'll be now way more worth it for sure. For sure. Okay. Also, new set stamp for Gin, Mocking Visage, passive, increases almond, mastery, and trust damage when equipped. So if I go here, this is that part. Okay. Boom. And as well, there are six skins in the files, by the way. Something that I probably mentioned yesterday, but I wanted to add this on this video. Now, one more thing before we end it. Please tell me in the comment section below, what do you think now about the Jin? Do you think he's now much stronger? Will you change your mind and summon now for him? What is your game plan? But pretty much the next character after Gin is likely one from this list. Kenpachi, Mayuri, BLEACHOB, Neliel, and Soifon. Keep that in mind. Okay, let's end the video here. Thank you for all support. Massive shout out to Bleach Soul Resonance Community Discord server and League Gacha 92. Love you guys. Thank you for all support and bye.